Well, here we go again. This is round 4 of the Drennan Knockout Cup. There's 16 anglers fishing today here on the River Don in Sprotborough, Doncaster. They've all had to progress right the way from round 1 to make it this far. So Joe, this is a venue you actually know really well, having almost grown up on here. What might the anglers expect today?
Well, as you can see, it's absolutely chucking it down, but the river's carrying about 8 inch of water at the minute, so it's got a little bit of colour in it, so hopefully there'll be a few skimmers feed, maybe a few better hybrids, things like that. But I think it'd be good. I think probably need 15 to 20 pounds to win. I know Jamie Masson's down there on peg 1, which is throwing up some good skimmer and bream weights at the minute, so I think he'll probably catch a few, but who knows, probably 8 to 12 pounds to get through, I reckon.
And is peg 1 normally a good area?
Yeah, peg 1 and 3 are good pegs generally, but anywhere like them early numbers are good pegs, and then like the teens as well are good pegs as well, so it should be good.
And what sort of taxes do you think will work today? Pole, feeder?
I think the lads who catch skimmers will probably catch them on a feeder, but I mean the long poles are a really consistent method on here, and even the short pole as well, you know, it's ever so deep, so.
Well, you won a 100 peg winter league here, didn't you, as well?
Yeah.
And you caught on the pole that day?
Yeah, I had £15 on the pole, just skimmers and roach on a long pole, with a flat float, so.
Well, we're talking deep water, aren't we? Sort of top 5, top 6?
Top 6, yeah, it's even top 7 in places, so, you know, it's a man's venue, so.
So you say this will sort the men from the boys?
Yeah,
is that what you're saying?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, well only 8 can progress today. Let's see what happens. Right then, Joe, there's about an hour of the match left.
Yeah.
Who's your tip for the top?
Well, the river, we've had a lot of rain today and the river's come up about a foot, and it's a bit of a boiling mess at the minute. There's a few trees floating down and stuff, but Jamie Masson on peg 1's probably got £10, maybe a little bit more. He's got 5 or 6 good skimmers. Chris Van der Vliet is receiving some fine tuition off England legend Dickie Carr. He's got about £6 or £7, and then Andy Darg on about peg 15 has got probably £7 maybe, so he's in the running as well, but with an hour to go it could all change yet. So.
And it's quite clear that as the day's gone on, the river's come up, the tactics have changed for the anglers.
Yeah, like it's just some of the pegs are just a write-off with a, you know, as a flow as it is, but it's, you know, it's just, that's river fishing, isn't it? You know, some of the lads are having to scratch around in the edge for a few little fish and that, but
yeah. Well, as we've walked up and down, you've got Yanni, you've got Cy Willsmore, they're all fishing whips or top kits, right in the grass in the edge just to get some bite.
Just trying to scratch together a pound or so of little fish, but it's a shame, but it's just, that's fishing, isn't it? You know.
And how's Phil getting on the early numbers?
Struggling. He's gone down a simple 2-rod route with big baits like herring corn, herring worms, but it's not really happening for him, to be honest.
No, well, isn't it amazing, because he and his dad Jeff have been here practicing yesterday, and you know they've caught skimmers on double corn and things like that. Yet today, just with slight changing conditions, everyone's struggling. Yeah, everyone's struggling,
and it is like the few key pegs that are noted skimmer pegs are actually throwing up. Which, it's just the way it is, isn't it? So.
That's fishing, isn't it?
Yeah, that's fishing.
Well, there is an hour left. It can all change. Let's see what happens. that's it then, round 4 done and dusted, and today's match winner, Jamie Masson, a fantastic £23 4 ounce from Fancy Peg 1. Sterling performance, no less though. How have you gone about fishing the peg today, Jamie?
Well, I've just chucked a feeder out basically. I set a whip up and a short pole, but it was going to be a feeder day. It's best peg on length, and the river's been rising all day, so I knew it'd be a feeder day, and obviously I've set my stall out for it, and it's come good at end.
It just goes to show you sometimes, last man to draw, 15 draw bags in front of you, last peg in.
That's it, sometimes
Fancy
you don't
peg
have
one.
to draw.
Yeah, well, it's been hard for some anglers up the length there, you know. I mean, £2.5's been enough to get you through in some sections. It's just a tough day for most.
It's the river, isn't it? I mean, I've been coming up and having a look at the right fish day. I've just come up and had a look, and it's been lovely all week, and then we had downpour yesterday, and it's come up, you know, 12-inch through March, and it's not good for bream fishing, is it really?
The joys of natural venues.
That's it, yeah, that's it.
So, what sort of feeder are you fishing, and what sort of bait, and how have you approached it?
I've just fished a big niece and taped it up. I've had like an ounce on. I've fished just short of middle, just out at toe, or just trickling into toe really, you know, into the strong toe.
What's made you do that? Do you know the venue?
No, it's the first time I fished it, but obviously I've done a bit of river fishing before.
Yeah, sure.
And obviously it's a good peg, noted peg, so it's, and I spoke to Dennis, and Dennis said just feed it short and they'll come to you, don't chase after the fish. So I've just kept plugging away, and you've kept getting odd fish, you know, out throughout the day, and then late on it got better.
Yeah, well, Phil's been next peg up to, sorry, 2 pegs to your right. He's fished a steady feeder match all day, and he just sat and waited, and it's rewarded him, and he's got through with £8.9 as well.
Yeah,
so.
I mean, sometimes you have to set your stall out, and that's how you're going to fish. Sometimes, you know, you get anglers come and they'll try and do too much, rather than just thinking this is right for the day. It's chucking it down, it's rising, trying to catch on too many different methods instead of just plugging away and fishing it right.
Yeah, well, brilliant performance, and £500 richer thanks to Drennan.
Thank you,
So
you,
well
Drennan.
And don't forget, you can read about all the detailed information in the September issue of Match Fishing magazine.